Faith in the pulpit, fire on the battlefield. An Irish activist accuses Donald Trump's camp of turning scripture into strategy as war rhetoric grows more biblical and Israel's campaign expands. Is religion being invoked as moral conviction or wielded as another weapon of war? Irish activist and satirist Tadhg Hickey has accused the administration of the US President Donald Trump of weaponizing Christianity to justify its actions in the Middle East, while alleging Israel is acting with impunity under continued Western backing. Speaking on RT's East Meets West, Hickey argued that senior Trump administration officials have increasingly invoked biblical rhetoric while defending US and Israeli military actions against Iran and across the region.
Trump and other officials in his administration have invoked biblical messaging in their public statements on the war against Iran, when in reality their actions are going further and further away from what Christ's teachings were.
He further criticized what he described as the politicization of religion in wartime rhetoric.
It's a weaponizing of Christianity that I find really appalling. It's really vulgar, this idea that Jesus is this kind of agent of war for these people, and there's nothing Christian about their values or their behavior.
Hickey also claimed that Israel is attempting to maximize military and political gains while Trump remains in office, calculating that Washington and much of the broader West will not restrain its actions. He also criticized the influence of Christian Zionist movements in the United States, describing them as a major force behind unwavering support for Israel. Christian Zionism in the US is the most voracious aspect supporting Israel's actions. During the interview, Hickey also recounted his detention by Israeli authorities after participating in a 2025 Freedom Flotilla mission attempting to deliver aid to Gaza.
We were abducted in international waters, brought to a terrorist prison, put into prisoner garb, denied medical attention, no access to lawyers, no yard time. There was a 75-year-old Irish guy, he was denied access to his insulin. It was a miracle he survived. I don't think they actually would have tried to kill one of us, but if one of us had died in one of their cells, that would have been a big bonus, because it would have been a deterrent for people going again.
Hickey's remarks add to a growing chorus of international critics accusing Western governments of enabling Israel's regional military operations, while exposing how religion, ideology, and geopolitics are becoming increasingly intertwined in the rhetoric surrounding the expanding Middle East conflict. Amid the intensifying military campaign against Iran, concerns over morale and messaging within the United States Armed Forces have emerged alongside the wider geopolitical crisis. Since February 28, 2026, the United States and Israel have conducted extensive airstrikes against Iranian targets, part of Operation Epic Fury, after Tehran's retaliatory missile and drone attacks marked an escalation in hostilities between Tehran and a US-led coalition. Western forces have struck more than 1,250 targets, including naval assets and missile infrastructure, and killed Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, according to Reuters. As the conflict enters its fourth day, casualties have mounted on both sides. Iran's response has included assaults on US and allied bases across the Gulf, and at least 6 US service members have been reported killed. In this climate of heightened tension, a series of internal complaints have begun circulating within the military, drawing attention to religiously charged remarks allegedly made by commanders during troop briefings. According to reports from the Military Religious Freedom Foundation cited in a Substack article, more than 110 service members lodged complaints across more than 30 military installations, claiming that at least one combat unit commander presented the campaign against Iran as part of a divine plan. One anonymous non-commissioned officer said the commander described President Donald Trump as
Anointed by Jesus to light the signal fire in Iran to cause Armageddon and mark his return to earth?
Framing the conflict in explicitly Christian eschatological terms. Armageddon in the New Testament is the last battle between good and evil before the Day of Judgment. The MRFF, a watchdog group that advocates for religious freedom in the armed forces, said it was handling these complaints anonymously to protect the identities of those who came forward. The group alleges that such messaging, if accurate, risks undermining morale and unit cohesion and violates constitutional and military regulations against injecting religious ideology into official military instruction.
These calls have one damn thing in freaking common. Our MRFF clients report the unrestricted euphoria of their commanders and command chains as to how this new, biblically sanctioned war is clearly the undeniable sign of the expeditious approach of the fundamentalist Christian end times.
The NCO, who filed a complaint, also said commanders had cited the Book of Revelation and described the conflict in apocalyptic terms. While some service members are quoted as feeling coerced or uneasy about these messages, official Pentagon responses to such complaints have not yet been reported. As operations continue in Iran and the broader Middle East, the US military faces both strategic and cultural challenges, from battlefield risks to questions about the nature and tone of internal messaging within its ranks.